Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a new video today. For today, I'm going to be rolling out a brand new series. It's going to be happening every day of the month, which is a real first for this channel. Yeah, I'm going to have a video every day of the month on this channel. I know I didn't put out a video yesterday, and yesterday was October 1st, but I'm going to be watching and reviewing one horror film every day of the month. So each day I'll watch a horror film, and then the next day I'll review it. And yeah, I'm gonna go through with it. It might be demanding, yes, but Halloween is awesome because of horror movies, and that's my favorite thing about Halloween is the spooky stuff. Halloween is great for that. I just love movies, especially horror movies. And I've got so many movies to watch. I think it's a great thing to do. I've got 7 films on Netflix to watch. Sorry, my head was kind of going up there. Um, but I've got 7 films on Netflix to watch that are horror. There's actually some really good films on Netflix. It looks like. And then I've got a bunch of DVDs, obviously, that I would like to watch as well. That I own in my film collection. But yeah, I'm excited for this series. But today I'm going to be going over a somewhat short film. It's called Lights Out. Lights Out was a fun, entertaining film for sure. It got like a really, really high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, okay, must be really good. Interestingly enough, it's only an hour and 20 minutes long. That's it. And honestly, like with that length, I feel like after seeing the movie, I feel like it could have definitely been longer. A lot of times movies will actually like overstay their welcome for being like an an hour and a half long, and you're like, oh, this is kind of just like dragging on. Or like even if a movie is like 2 hours long, you're like, oh, this is kind of like dragging on. But like it's weird. Like I felt like the opposite with this movie. Like I felt like there should have been more to it. It's a very simple concept. It's just like this. Well, it's not exactly simple, but the base theme of it is simple, I guess. So like this monster doesn't like the light, so when there's no light, it comes out. When there is light, it won't be there, and it like haunts these people and even has the ability to kill people as long as it's in the darkness. So they have to try to use the light to fend it off, and if it's not in the light, then it will get you, basically. Um, but there's way more to it than just that that I will get into. But I will say this film was pretty good. My only issue with it is that I would say it had a lot of horror cliches, where like just things that are dumb that you see in literally any horror movie, just like things that will just never ever go away from horror movies. 3 things. Number one is people being careless. Um, Specifically, kids in this movie. Kids are careless, but are they really that careless? Because they hear like a mysterious noise, and some of them already know that creepy shit has already been going down, and they still choose to investigate. Why? Why do that? Why put yourself in danger? Like in real life, like that's just not something that's smart to do. But it is what it is. And then the second thing was um, when people get locked somewhere, the door just closes and then magically locks itself. Like every time, like the door instantly closes, it's instantly locked. Even though like there's no clear depiction of a lock there, it's just like jammed. Like what? Like why is every horror movie like that? Like it's that really just gets to me after a while. Yeah, honestly, I can't remember the third thing. It probably was not that big of a deal, but there are just like a lot of cliches you always see in horror where you're just like, yeah, I'm not huge into that. But it doesn't take away from the film at all, really. Maybe just a little bit, but not really. But yeah, otherwise, I quite enjoyed this film. It was really entertaining to watch for sure. Despite its I would say simple pretty simple premise, until you kind of like got more into the plot. But basically, with this character that could only like come out in the light. I mean, it could only come out when there was no light. Basically, what had happened is um, the son's parents, or the son's mom and the daughter's mom. This mom had gone through some mental troubles, and she was hospitalized and met this person named Diana, who had a disorder where she could only come out in the darkness, and light would actually damage her skin. They tried to do some tests on her. She started going crazy, and she inevitably died in an electric chair. And somehow, because the mother had gotten close with Diana, her spirit was like connected with hers, so she was still present, wherever she was or wherever her kids were. So because she was still alive, Diana was still alive because she was connected with her somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, but they were. And she was not technically living, but she was like something that could like have the power to hurt people, as long as they were in darkness. It's kind of a weird concept the more I talk about it, but yeah. Basically, these kids have to, the daughter and son, the son's like pretty young, he's like 9 or 10, and then the daughter is like probably in like her 20s. She's actually like old enough to like be on her own, and she does end up living on her own because she finds her mother to be crazy, and there's a whole debacle with the Child Protective Services not wanting to take them away. I also hate that as well. Like that, I think that was the other cliche, is just the fact that like, when like the other character knows nothing about the current situation, and so they try to like make it harder for the current situation, even though it's something like really creepy. I guess I don't know, but I mean they had a right to like, basically like what happened was this daughter took the son to her house because she thought it wasn't safe for him there, because she was basically bringing around this thing that was in her mind that was like unstable. So, and then the daughter was like, "It's not safe here. You're coming with me." But then like Child Protective Services was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." But yeah, it was interesting though. But either way, the thing still followed them even when they were at their other house. So it was like, okay, whatever. But it is what it is. Pretty entertaining. Good action. Actually, somewhat scary. Cool concept with like the usage of like not having light, and then like you can see the shadow of it in the darkness. And yeah, there's some good jump scares actually. It's weird. This was a PG-13 movie, but for a PG-13 movie, like I actually found it pretty scary. I mean, like I mean, obviously it's not the type of scary that kept me up at night, but like it was scary. It was decently scary. I watched it right before I went to bed. Had no problem sleeping at all. But I mean, it was just like there were definitely some moments that got me, which is I feel like is pretty rare in movies nowadays. For me at least. Maybe it's just me growing more tame to that kind of thing, but either way, it was a fantastic film. It had the only thing that really I feel like brought it down for me somewhat was the ending. Endings in movies, as you know, they can make or break a movie for me, I would say. And this ending was quite controversial, I would say. So basically, if you haven't seen this film, go see it. Don't watch this video, but don't watch the rest of this video at least. But basically, because the monster was connected with her, the person, the mother decided that the only way to keep themselves safe and to protect her from her, or protect her kids, was to kill herself, because the monster was connected to her. So if she killed herself, then the monster would no longer be with her. And so she kills herself. She ends up killing herself right right in front of her daughter, which is just like that's really sad. But like, I mean, I guess it worked out for the kids, but like, did it really have to end that way? I'm just like, I feel like there should have been like a cool battle where like the mom somehow defeats them, or like the daughter somehow defeats the thing, because like she had like a black light where she could actually still see it, when it was coming at her, even in the light, in the black light. So like maybe there was a way she could have like shined the flashlight in its face and like melted its face away or something, or maybe the mom could have like come to her senses and like fight it herself and kill it. Like, I don't know, like the movie is already kind of like a little far-fetched to begin with the whole idea of this like spirit thing living in her, so like why not take it a little further, you know? But I mean, like, I found it to be really good. And like there was like a little bit of like a feuding going between the mother and the daughter, but like I didn't find that to be like overshadowing the movie too much. I mean, I felt like it was the perfect there's like a perfect balance of that there. But yeah, I would just say the ending was the only thing that kind of got it down for me, and the fact that I felt like should have been longer. Um, yeah, and there was a whole like family issues with like their dad going away because of this thing, and like yeah, they eventually find out at the end that their dad was killed by this thing. So yeah, there's some interesting drama with that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like weird though at the end, like, cause like the movie just like kind of ends once the mom killed herself. Like there was no like resolution really. It's just like, okay, we survived. It's dead. The end. Like I feel like the movie could have had more at the end, or just like throughout. But yeah, overall, it's a great movie though. I would give it a 9.2 out of 10. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.